Good morning. Nina Schur here again today, and we're with Britt who's co-owner of Helderberg Siding, and we're here today to talk about all of the aspects of siding your house, because we're here in Del Mar at my house and I'm having siding put on finally today, and we're also going to be talking about what it means in terms of resale and future buyers for our homes. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, the first question we have is, what exactly is vinyl siding?
Vinyl siding is a composite plastic product that the color goes all the way through on, and that's the advantage to it. You don't have to worry about anything peeling off or the color changing, in midlife of the product.
Great. Okay. Does vinyl siding offer any insulating value?
Very, very little insulating to the vinyl part. Where you pick up your insulating qualities is the underlayment foams underneath and/or house wrap.
Oh, okay. So you do that first before you
Correct.
put the siding
That's
on.
correct.
Okay, great. How do we keep it clean?
The best way is once a year with a garden hose, or maybe every 3 or 4 years with a high pressure system. Very little detergents are needed.
Okay,
Just
so
in trouble spots from time to time, where maybe there was a barbecue, something like that, a little bit of grease entry type thing. So.
And just water?
Just water, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually good not to use too much detergents in case for vegetation or landscaping, that type of thing.
Right. Okay, great. Does vinyl contribute to rotting, moisture buildup, or termites?
Not if it's applied correctly. The trouble spots are usually under doors or windows where you can have some water entry, but it's best to prepare that before you even run the vinyl.
Okay, so you do that when you're...
Correct.
Great.
The rigid foams we use are resistant to that type of thing. So you do all your sealing up that you can there. A little bit of caulk afterwards, but that's mainly for cosmetic purposes.
Great. So that's why it's really important to hire a company that's very experienced and has the good reputation
Correct.
that you do,
Yes.
So it's done correctly.
Yep.
Okay. And how long does it last?
Usually, more or less, people want to change the color versus having it actually fail. It's warranted with a 50-year warranty, but like I say, usually people get sick of the color, or they want to change the look of it, or just go a whole different avenue.
Right.
After even 20, 25 years.
Okay. All right. And is it best to apply it over existing siding, or is it best to strip, for instance, the cedar or wood siding and then apply it?
As long as the old siding is in good shape, which in this case it is, you can go right over it with a 3/8 leveling board and a vapor barrier. And a lot of times people like the look of when it's stripped back. It gives the house a little bit more recessed look with the vinyl.
Okay, so but going over it is fine if it's
fine.
in good
Yes,
condition.
It is, yeah.
Okay, and which colors are the most popular
right now? Greens and like very bold colors, reds, blues, dark blues, deep greens. That type of thing seems to be popular.
And do those colors fade?
No, that's the one thing. They have applied different resins and things in the mix, and I've been actually keeping my eye on a few projects we've done 6-7 years now, and they still look very nice.
Okay, and that's, well, I guess I was off on that because I'm doing the light color, but I thought that was maybe a little less trendy. So
right. Well, it's a personal preference a lot of times. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And are there different textures and styles, and what's popular?
There's a ton of different things out there. It actually can get a little bit confusing if you see too many people bringing too many products to your house. It can get a little overwhelming, and you can even go on the internet and see the different things that are out there.
So I know, like the kind of siding that looks like cedar shakes.
Correct,
is one of those products, and I know they have some that look better on Victorian style houses.
Yes, where they can get back to like a restoration type of look, what brings it back to how it looked when it was actually built and painted.
Right, and I think that's great for resale too, because you want something to go with the whole character and age of the house.
Yeah. You don't want a retro type thing on a house from 1850.
Right, yeah. Well, it's interesting. when you're pricing vinyl siding, is there an average cost per square foot?
Yes, it's like an entry where you would get on an entry thing, and then it would go up to there depending on how much detail you wanted to bring back to that. The siding, a lot of times the siding part is minuscule compared to how much aluminum work and trim work you have to do.
Okay. Oh, on right, the windows.
Yeah,
and the door
to accent
and all
that type of product, especially if you want to bring it back to the original look.
Right, and I had another question which isn't on our list today, but if you're replacing windows too, because often people do the siding and windows, what's the best order to do that?
It is best to do it the windows first. That way you can honor your existing trim. You don't have to mess that up in any way afterwards.
Right, so you could do, for instance, the windows 1 year maybe,
Yeah,
and then the next
correct.
year do the siding,
Absolutely.
or all at once the way
Absolutely.
we're doing.
Correct. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So I wanted to add that for as a realtor, we're showing houses, and the millennials are our biggest group of buyers now. So when we show houses and a house does have vinyl siding, sometimes they're not totally aware of all the advantages. So that's why it's good that we're talking here today, but it does definitely add value to a house, and especially because the maintenance costs are so low.
Yes. Yep.
And as you were saying, washing once a year is comparing to staining or painting.
Yeah,
and the weather does take a toll on the wood between snow and moisture and that kind of thing, mold that builds up. Right.
You're exactly right. Yep. And yeah, that's the maintenance is what you hit the nail right on the head with that. People just don't want to have to live with painting and things. I wouldn't either.
Right. Right. It's a big expense, and then it doesn't really last that long.
Yeah.
And another little item, woodpeckers. It's been a big problem around the area.
Right.
So are woodpeckers attracted to vinyl?
No, they are. The woodpeckers love the wood. They seem to like to burrow through a cedar siding, and they'll go right even through the plywood.
Right.
I don't know what they're after. I don't know if maybe they think there's termites in the walls, but that seems to.
I think carpenter bees, according to last week's discussion that we had.
They're after something,
but vinyl, they won't come near.
No,
it,
they
right?
don't. They don't like it. Yeah, it's not. It's a deterrent.
And it won't attract insects.
Correct.
So,
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's great. This was really valuable information for everybody, and I hope you've all learned something today. And if you have further questions, just message us or leave them on the comments below, and I'll try to. You'll be here for a few days, so I can always ask
you. We'll be here for a bit. Yep.
And we'll get back to you. And thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And thank you. And where can they reach you?
The Helderberg Siding and Windows.com. We have a website there, or 768-2429 is our business number.
768-2429. And thank you. I just want to add one little thing. I researched this thoroughly and interviewed a lot of people, and Helderberg Siding really has a terrific reputation.
We do try. I mean, we live in the area. We shop in the same stores that our customers shop, and we don't want to have awkward situations. So you do try to, and you try to be approachable for people they can talk to.
Yes. So I appreciate that, and thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Okay.